Hi, I'm Amanda Jedlinski, and welcome to The Pivot Point. This is a series where we dive into inspiring stories and bold decisions and transformative journeys with floral professionals. Today, I am pleased to have with us Jennifer Barnard, who in the last year left her family's florist, Tillie's flower shop in Wichita, Kansas, to pursue a new career. Today, she's the head of customer experience at the importer and wholesaler FiftyFlowers, where she's putting her floral knowledge and experience and her passion for AI to work. And if you're interested in hearing more about what she's doing with AI in the customer service field, join us February 23rd to 25th in Dallas for SAF's Next Gen Live conference. Jen will be there sharing her expertise as part of an AI education session. So thanks for doing that. And we're so excited to see you and hear about what you're doing in your new career. But first, start by telling us a little bit about your career as a florist and what that meant to you.
Well, I am a true flower child. So, my parents have a flower shop in Wichita, Kansas. My dad is third generation. They are celebrating 149 years in business this year. So it's like I was born into flowers. I grew up in the flower shop, true flower child. And I just love everything flowers. If people know me, they know my passion for flowers, it's not just selling flowers, it's just the connection and the emotion, everything involved with flowers. And when I got involved with SAF, I just learned there was just so much more out there to learn about flowers. And yeah, I love everything flowers.
Yeah, I can tell even your sweater has flowers on it today. It's so great. So you've mentioned to me that you felt called to make a change. How did you know it was time to pivot away from the family business?
I think, I felt a calling for a couple of years that I just needed to make a change. But it's hard when you grow up in a family business. And I am a true believer that I really felt like God was calling me to do something different. And I do believe that you will have challenges if you do not follow what your calling is in life. And challenges, I just kept getting lots of challenges. And I just hit a point where I knew I needed to make that change, which was hard, but I just knew I needed to pivot.
Yeah, and speaking of challenges and this being hard, what was the hardest part of this for you and how did you push through it?
Probably fear for sure. Everyone know, like we're in an industry with a lot of family businesses. So, the family aspect of it, I would probably say the family aspect and fear were the two hardest things. When you grow up in a family business, it's all I knew. And it's a fearful jump. You don't want to make those relationships hard. And the fear of the unknown, it was the only job I had ever known. I went to college here in Wichita. I went straight from college to the business. I didn't know anything different. I didn't know if there would be anything different, but I had to trust God. And that's ultimately what I did.
Yeah, so I mean, talk about some big time fear. I mean, did you leave and were you unemployed for a period of time before you so okay. So talk about overcoming that fear and just, how did you go about finding the position that you have now?
Yeah, I was not in a good place when I decided to pivot. Like I said, there was a lot of challenges and it was taking a toll on me and my family. And so I took about 4 months and I was still helping my family's business kind of through the transition, through all of that. I would help when I needed to, but I really needed to ground myself and find myself again and really look at what I wanted in the future and what I wanted to align myself with. I didn't just want a job. I wanted a career that aligned with my faith, my values, everything that I stood for. I wanted to make sure I aligned myself with. So I took those 4 months off, kind of regrounding myself on what I wanted. And then I started kind of looking out for jobs, and there was a lot of hurdles because I'd never done that before.
Right.
And then one of the first people I reached out to was Lisa. I knew her from SAF. We served on the board together, and it just clicked.
That's amazing. So Lisa Roser, who founded 50 Flowers. So tell us a little bit about your job now. You're head of customer experience. You are using your passion for AI there. What does your day-to-day look like?
Oh, well, we are in the floral industry, so day to day is always different. I always say, COVID taught us to pivot, and we pivot a lot every day in the floral industry. Now we have all these tariffs and we're pivoting again. So, head of customer experience is a lot of pivoting. And I've learned so much just on the 50 flower side, just logistics and the farm level. And I've just thoroughly enjoyed learning more about a different part of the business. And it's so interesting to me. And bringing like the brick and mortar experience into an e-commerce business and really training and our customer service with that. With customer experience, I kind of joke, I'm kind of in all the buckets. I can be in tech, I can be in marketing this day, customer
Mm.
this service this day, but it's a little bit of everything. But I've just thoroughly, really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been a great opportunity in terms of your own professional growth. And what about personally? You mentioned before you were kind of in a really bad place before this. How have you grown personally through this transition?
Oh, wow. This last year has really, I would say I feel stronger and have more confidence.
Hmm.
I think fear, when you let fear guide you, you can really be stuck. It causes you to be stuck. And just trusting God and trusting, whoever you follow, just trusting that gut really allows you start seeing the pieces. God shows me every single day. Like I'm a big proponent of baby steps. We take baby steps forward, and God has shown me each day. And that gives me the confidence, and I've become stronger. And so I am just a new person a year from now, for sure.
Oh, oh, I love to hear that. I mean, just that's really powerful. If you could sum up your journey in one sentence, what would it be?
Um, Probably trust your gut, trust God, and don't let fear paralyze you.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being with us and congratulations on, all the personal and professional growth you've done in the last year. It's wonderful to see you smiling and happy. And we can't wait to see you in a few weeks in Dallas for next
So
gen.
excited, everyone come.
Yes, come. It's always a great conference and a good time. So thanks again, Jen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.